शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I'll chant first two verses, or someone else wants to chant by themselves. Okay, I'll chant.
Please can
Someone say something. कुछ कहा? अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनर्योगै च शंससि यच्छ्रेय एतयोरेकं तन्मे ब्रूहि चितम् श्रीभगवानुवाच सन्न्यासः कर्मयोगश्च निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते. Continue yesterday. The main topic under discussion here is that when is the choice of giving up karma open to a person? When does that choice open up? This bhashyam clarifies that to I keep using serious genuine seeker only with an idea who is planning to dedicate a life for moksha. तो किसी को अगर इतनी जिज्ञासा है और इतना वैराग्य है that a normal course of life is not appealing, is not attractive enough, and you feel that it can also become a source of problem, or it can become a source of unhappiness, that despite everything being there and fine, your own dissatisfaction with what you are pursuing in your life, even if it is all good, mark these words, because if it is not good, then anyway you have no choice. Karma is to be done till you are good at it. It is only when a person has grown out of that karma and is still unsure of what is there to be sought, or which path is to be taken for one's further maturity, inner maturity. बहुत मन ऐसे हैं जो अपने आप विचार से देख के, दुनिया लोग सब देख के समझ जाते हैं कि जो सबको मिलता है बस उतना ही हमको भी मिल सकता है, और अगर सब किसी को भी यहाँ पे पूर्णता नहीं मिली तो चांस कि हमको मिल जाएगी in the same route of life is as good as fooling yourself, because if nobody has found happiness and fulfillment of that nature that they have been able to say that that was enough for me, then the same route may not be adequate for what I also want. In those circumstances, or under those maturity of thoughts, though they look different from व्यवहारिक फ्लो ऑफ थॉट्स, अलग लगते हैं, वो जो सब लोग सोचते हैं उससे अलग दिखते हैं, अलग हैं इसलिए दिखते हैं. मगर जिस इंसान में ये अलग है वो इंसान में वो थॉट्स रियल है। अगर उसको लगता है कि जीवन में कुछ और भी परस्यू करना चाहिए अदर देन नॉर्मल कोर्स ऑफ लाइफ, तो वो थॉट उसके लिए रियल है। एंड आई एम क्वालिफाइंग एज my best understanding of the Gita tells me that this option is not open for someone who is still wanting to achieve something in the world. अगर अभी भी दुनिया में कुछ प्राप्त करना चाह रहे हो तो फिर कर्म is the realm. You cannot give it up. But Gita has reached the point where it is now addressing, as we said yesterday, and I think it covered the context very well, that Arjun was the person to whom Krishna is addressing. And अर्जुन की स्थिति अपनी ऐसी है कि वो अपने लोगों को खोना नहीं चाह रहा। एट द सेम टाइम दुविधा ये है कि उसके साथ वो जिनके साथ खड़े हैं उसके अपने प्रिय, वो लोग उसके दुश्मन हैं। आई एम पुटिंग इट इन अ वेरी crude or a blatant way, honest way. People who he respects and reveres, those very people are supporting those whom he thinks are his enemies. Now the question to Arjuna's mind is, and that's where we said yesterday, where that choice becomes relevant to all of us, कि हमें एक सिचुएशन में जैसी भी मिक्स्ड आई है उसमें हमें एक हिस्सा अपने लिए चाहिए लेकिन हमें दूसरा हिस्सा नहीं चाहिए। A part of it we want to keep and a small part or a big part of it we want it out of the same thing. It's very interesting. Agar if I take a very simple example, like supposing you like any dish whose main ingredient is sugar or salt or chili or karela. The dish ka main ingredient is karela. And now you are saying, give me the dish without karela. हो गया ना confusion अब, मतलब तुम्हें चाहिए भी और वो भी चाहिए और वो भी नहीं चाहिए. Now that is the kind of a dilemma in which Arjuna was, and Arjuna is representing all of us, where all of us slip into this dilemma sometime or the other, and the impulse to give up everything at that stage is something that Shastra says you have to be watchful of, because it is not necessary कि वो आपका हितकारी हो. It is not against giving up entirely. Shastra is not कि आप छोड़ नहीं सकते हो. वही तो शास्त्र तो in fact is giving us the option of sannyas. Whatever should be left should be left. उसी को त्याग कहते हैं. मगर वो त्याग की स्थिति is what you have to check within you. Is it the त्याग वाली स्थिति which is prompting me to leave it? त्याग क्या है? त्याग और संन्यास are both together. हम सब त्याग रहे हैं. Everybody, especially in गृहस्थ life, छोटा छोटा poison हर कोई लेता ही रहता है रोज रोज. There is some त्याग that each one is doing, which English word is a big word, sacrifice. I sacrificed my life. I sacrificed my career. I sacrificed. Sacrifice word is such a big word. Our word for it actually is tyag. And tyag is voluntary. Sacrifice word means as if somebody made me do it, and I really, if given a choice, I did not want to do it. I sacrificed, and invariably the complete sentence is, you see, I sacrificed is an incomplete sentence. If you complete the sentence, what does it become? I sacrificed for something. That's a complete statement. त्याग अपने आप में. Do you ask anything after that? किसके लिए त्यागा? किसने त्यागा? क्यों tyaga, you know, tyag, and Sanskrit is, he uses the word tyakta. Tyakta means अच्छे से छोड़ दिया. It's exactly that sthiti where when you grow into your youth, आप खिलौनों से क्या करते हो? And especially, I think a lot of us, the girls, have experienced that when we got married. Our parents back home, at least my mother did that. Within 2 days, everything was packed off, and as if there is, मतलब हो गया ना, खत्म, pack off, it's gone. हो जाता है ना? Most of us have had this. It's gone, त्याग दिया. अभी तुम, it's like, अरे कम से कम let it outgrow. No. Now it's no lingering of it. त्याग, tyakta means for good. There is nothing that you're holding back. And it is very deliberate. It is very voluntary. It is very willful. It is something in which you see a gain. In sacrifice, what do you see? The end point. जो भी कहते हैं ना, I sacrifice this, I sacrifice that. आप अपना पूरा माइंड का फ्लो ऑफ थॉट अगर देखोगे तो वहां पे आपको दिखता है that sacrifice word में the last point of it was that I lost something. That is why the word sacrifice gives dukham, because my perception of sacrifice is that I have lost something. But in tyag, what happens? When it is done willfully, when it is done, it is actually done because you see a gain there. त्याग ने से कुछ मिल रहा है. Unless until that perception is clear, sannyas is not advocated to anybody. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and we have, I think I have mentioned it in some context, Yajnavalkya and Maitreyi Upanishad, the portion of it, when Yajnavalkya being a grahastha, having 2 wives, and you saw the story, I think it came in that Chinmaya Mission's TV serial program that used to come. उसमें ये story आई थी. In recent times, there was a retelecast of that story. Upanishad Ganga, that's right. Upanishad Ganga में आई थी ये story. You know, Yajnavalkya had 2 wives. I don't remember the first one's name. She was a very materialistic woman. She was a very materialistic oriented who wanted all comforts of life. So she wanted all the best clothes, best living, best this. And she didn't know why Yajnavalkya, if he ever, because he used to teach, he couldn't understand why is he teaching for free. That is the level at which her mind had materialism in it. His other wife, Maitreyi, because that's you have a Maitreyi college for women, that Maitreyi comes from there. No? She was an embodiment of tyag. When a time came, and that story is relevant in this context, a time came when through his Shravanam and Mananam, Yajnavalkya, the great rishi, the great sage, decided, he was a grahastha, he took Shravanam and Mananam through grahastha ashram, and once that Vividisha Sannyasa phase of his was completed in the grahastha ashram, he decided at one point that he wanted to take Vidvat Sannyas, means he wanted to formally renounce Grahastha Ashram. He wanted to give it up. For which one day he called both his wives and he told them, he declared his intention. He says, I am now going to the forest by myself. I'm going to live the rest of my life. He was already an old man by then. Old in today's context, in those days, 70, 80 was mid-youth. You know, they lived longer. So at that time, 70, 80, he still thought he had 20, 30 years. He wanted to spend it in Nididhyasana. So for that, he decided now is the time to give it up. He had enough material, so he called both the wives. He says, I have decided to go and go to the forest and live by myself and pursue my own sadhanas by myself. Therefore, I take permission from you, both of you. Please let me go. And whatever I have, I am equally distributing between the 2 of you. For a minute, of course, but natural. You know. After the first shock, the first wife suddenly says, Oh, how much would that be? And the second wife was quiet. So Yajnavalkya made the distribution. And then he asked the second Maitreyi. He asked Maitreyi, why are you not saying anything? She says, I want just to know, why are you going and where are you going? And so he started elaborating a little bit about Atma Vidya. And he said, I'm going for this reason. So Maitreyi says, give my half also to the other wife. I want to come with you. And he gets taken aback. He's leaving Grahastha Ashram. He can't carry a wife again with him. So why do you want to come with me? She says, if you're ready to leave all this comfort and all this happiness, no human being will leave anything unless and until he's getting something better. Maitreyi's wisdom said what? ये जो त्याग रहा है ना, ये जो त्याग है, ये त्याग नहीं है. He is leaving something behind because he is obviously getting something more. And I want to know that. I also want to gain that. And then he gives one of the finest pieces of Vedanta is in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where Yajnavalkya starts the topic he starts the topic by actually saying that everyone loves the other for their own sake. And what you have to do for the rest of your life, Shrotavya, Mantavya, Nididhyasitavya. Engage your life in Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. But the topic of Tyag, while the Upanishads are highlighting give up your karma. Remember the previous classes, we said karma is associated with Grahastha Ashram. While the Upanishad is telling a person give up the karma, here Gita Arjun is being told by Krishna, do your karma. Do your karma, but with an attitude that it shifts you in preparation. कि जब जो छूटेगा तब वो छूटेगा. आपकी तैयारी है क्या उसकी? Because Arjun was not prepared for it, therefore sannyas was not given as an option to him. He actually had no option. So here in this portion so far, we see that Krishna has clearly told Arjun and all of us that unless and until in our mind we know that whatever we are engaged in is holding us back from our fulfillment. The same things at one point what you seek are the same things that become obstacles at another point. ये कर्म के through, even karma yoga is going to become an obstacle at another point of time. This distinction is to be very clear, because if you don't have this distinction, then it's like Trishanku. You are neither here nor there. ना आप प्रिपेयर हो पाए, ना आप ज्ञानी बने, ना आप आत्मनिष्ठ हुए, ना आपकी चित्त शुद्धि हुई. And what happened through all the Shravanam that you did? Sanskar may be good sanskar and it will probably carry forward, but it's a sanskar that you have absorbed. So he says clearly that the question Arjun has asked is actually a very relevant question to every human being. And every human being, especially Gita being a moksha shastra, never ever we forget this. Moksha shastra means जिसको इंटरेस्ट मोक्ष में होगा वही तो पूछेगा ना जी क्या है, मुझे क्या करना है, what should I do? That what should I do, here the clarity is as clear as said. If God is not showing you that you are gaining something and you actually feel you are losing something, and that perception of gain is clear, is not vague, is not ambiguous, is not belief, is not faith. एक संशय जरूर है. It's not confirmed, because if it's confirmed, you're already that. But you begin to see that my same things are holding me back from moving forward. My same engagements are, my same attitudes where Karam Yog once Arpan Buddhi, Prasad Buddhi, and the fact that I serve people as an expression of Lord, I see the oneness everywhere, I maintain the Samatvam, but through all that you start suspecting that somewhere my individuality is not getting any, my favorite word, dent भी नहीं लग रहा उसमें. प्योरीफाई तो हो गई, मगर ये जो मेरा मैं का सेंस है ना, वो डेंट भी नहीं हुआ. इतनी साधना कर ली मैंने, सब कुछ किया है मैंने, कर्म किया, भक्ति की, उपासना की, आसन किए, सर पे खड़ी हुई, परिक्रमा की, व्रत किए, सेवा की, सब कुछ किया, मगर एवरीथिंग वाज सेंटर्ड अराउंड मैं, अराउंड अहम, अराउंड कर्तृत्वम. दैट इंडिविजुअल का भाव, की सोच, का कॉग्निशन, का परसेप्शन that I am an individual, इतना भी नहीं पिंच हुआ उसको. Not one pinprick to that. Though I am a far relaxed person than before, though I am a far grown person than before, though I am a very flying, like I said yesterday, flying above situations kind of a person, but honestly, has my individuality been dented? If my individual cognition is alive, then my karta is alive and in potential. And as long as karta is in potential, I will only act for something, even if it's chitta shuddhi. So I act for something, and that cycle of action and phalam and act, karma and phal and karma and phal doesn't get completed ever. So he said here that sannyas means your capacity to see how this karta itself is becoming an obstacle. Upadesha Sara, the second verse, for those who did it. Priti mahodadhau patana karanam phalamashashvatam
gati nirodhakam.
What?
Gati nirodhakam.
Gati nirodhakam. Phalamashashvatam gati nirodhakam. It prevents your further gati. Karam ऐसा जाल है, कृति महो दधौ. It's a करना. That karta bhav, karta buddhi is like a huge ocean. Karma is a realm of ocean. It's an ocean. Mahadadhau, it's huge. What is it that gives you kriti mahodadhau? Patana karanam. All that karma brings to you actually is a fall. In which manner? See, on one hand, Gita is saying, Karam yog karke, chitta shuddhi karke, raise yourself. On the other hand, it is saying, karma is such a realm of, like an ocean, swimming in an ocean, that after some time you just start being sucked down. it is a cause of your fall, because the karta keeps getting encouraged and alive and nourished. It becomes like a huge root, big, vast rooted tree. Karta buddhi is a huge root in itself. बढ़ता रहता है, उसमें से फल निकलता रहता है, कर्ता अलाइव है. पतन कारणम, and then Ramana had said, phalam ashashvatam. Know the nature of any result is ashashvatam, impermanent. शाश्वत नहीं है. It won't abide. It won't last. शाश्वत means eternal. फल eternal नहीं है. Whatever karma will give you, it will not last eternally. Whatever karma generates, it cannot be eternal. If it is not eternal, then what happens? It keeps you in that cycle because it exhausts, and then you start another cycle, and then it exhausts. It keeps you in the cycle. So what he says, in fact, it becomes an obstacle for your further growth. And that growth is from karta to a karta. At that point, the कर्म योग किया हुआ भी चित्त शुद्ध मनहा इंसान को कहा जाता है, जो अब कर्म करके समझ चुका है. You know that what I am saying in a very maybe articulately today, maybe just words, but whoever has gone through the stage of Karam Yoga have all concluded this, that you have observed, it gives you a lot of fun in life. It gives you up to, you know that it can provide you up to heaven. It's that secret formula you have now uncoded. आपके हाथ में वो you know, प्रकृति का वो ऐसा नियम आपके कंट्रोल में आ गया है जिससे सब कुछ मिल जाता है. मगर जो सच ढूंढ रहा है या सीरियस सीकर होता है, उसके मन में ये बात रह जाती है कि यार सब कुछ के बाद भी I can't see that I am not this form. I'm a wonderful being. Everything's happening. I'm following the laws. Laws are obeying as if my command. But nothing has shaken my sense of individuality. Because now the jignasa that starts after this, that jignasa makes the person come to this point where he's ready to give up the realm of karma and karam yoga. क्योंकि उसको लगने लगा है कि अब ये obstacle बन रहा है. What is the obstacle? The karta is an obstacle to what? To Atma, who I have to own, which is akarta. मेरा ही स्वभाव है ना वो. Atma is not some paroksha vastu that I have to acquire. मेरा स्वभाव है unlimited. मेरा स्वभाव है आत्मा. आत्मा ब्रह्मन है. ये मैं हूं. मगर मेरी नजर में आफ्टर कर्म योग भी मैं कौन हूं? The individual form, the individual name, tied to my attitudes now. Very good attitude, better than those impulsive. I have grown a lot. बहुत तरक्की की है मैंने अंदर से. बाहर की मत देखना. अंदर की बहुत तरक्की हुई है मेरी. From that impulsive level of living, today I am in a state of attitudinal shift. I can take prasada buddhi, I can have arpana buddhi. I live only with that. In fact, अलग नहीं कर सकते आप मुझको उन attitude से. The practice stage of it is where these attitudes are practiced and you are different from these attitudes. But then comes the stage that you cannot separate yourself from these attitudes. You are those attitudes of Karam Yoga. आप और कर्म योग अलग नहीं हो. अब आप कर्म योगी और आप इम्पल्सिव नहीं, दो अलग इंसान नहीं हो. आप वही हो. आपका पूरी अलाइनमेंट हो गई है अंदर से. अलाइनमेंट मीन्स अब आप यू हैव मैनेज टू फॉलो व्हाट यू न्यू एंड टिल द टाइम दैट यू हैव ओन्ड इट अप एज योरसेल्फ. आपका अहम और ममा is constantly given an arpan up to the point that now those attitudes only work. all those previous impulsive attitudes of yours, जो भाव आते हैं, जीवत्वम के भाव आते हैं, वो प्रॉपर कर्म योगी जो काफी टाइम तक कर चुके होते हैं, उनको तो वो भूल भी जाते हैं. मतलब यू डोंट इवन रिमेम्बर कि ऐसे भी होता है, ऐसा भी होता है, लोग ऐसा भी सोचते हैं, लोग ऐसा भी कर, मतलब इट्स अ knowledge in itself after that, because you are operating only from that level of knowledge. After that you have to relearn what society and people think, and it's a process of relearning again, because you have transformed. You don't know, you forgot is only in the sense that you connect it back. Of course you recognize it, but you don't become it. But at some point, this becomes an obstacle, is what Shastra says. Shankara is very, very, very emphatic about this. Why is sannyas given an option? To whom? जिस इंसान को अब वही सोच, जिस सोच वो उसको इतनी दूर लेके आई है, जो इतना प्राप्ति दे रही है, जो इतना आनंद दे रही है. कर्म योगी बहुत आनंदी होता है, बहुत आनंदी होता है. I mean, you can't imagine the level of anand Karam Yogi has. And when you arrive at Gyan Yoga and you are told that the real source of Atma, real source of joy is Atma, आपको हैरानी होती है उस वक्त सुन के कि ये जॉय पूर्णता का जॉय नहीं है शास्त्र दृष्टि से. मतलब कर्म योग का जॉय इतना जॉय होता है that you start wondering कि oh my God, we thought this could have been the ultimate joy, and Shastra says that this is just a qualifier. It's just qualifying you. Am I making sense? Am I talking to myself? Some of your expressions were almost like नहीं, you're talking to yourself. आप पता नहीं क्या बोल रहे हो. Okay. So here, what is the point he's saying? He's saying Shankara is very, very emphatic about this. He says त्याग voluntarily होता है. You know, those people who left everything and they went to Himalayas in those days, I'm talking, where Wi-Fi's were not there, nothing was there. I mean, पद यात्रा से जाते थे, गुफाओं में ढूंढते थे टीचरों को, कौन ज्ञानी है, कुछ नहीं पता आपको, आप बस घर बार छोड़ के, they would leave and they left it for good, and they left it when they were young, and they did not know if they were going to return back alive or dead. कोई टाइगर खा लेगा, कोई कुछ खा लेगा, तो उन्हें पता, जंगल में निकल जाते थे. Did someone push them from inside? Did someone push them? The households were the same household. When you look at Ramana, who had left, his household was very typical of any household, where the parents are expecting child will work for them, you know, hardships of family, hardships of no two people looking एक जैसा, घर में विवाद, घर में क्लेश, घर में आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, घर में कभी कभी अच्छे खुशी के दिन, कभी कभी कुछ, कभी कुछ, सब कुछ घर होता है तो सब कुछ होता है. लेकिन जब वो छोड़ के गए, त्यागा उन्होंने क्या ये सोच के त्यागा की दिक्कत दे रहा है सब मुझे, I have got fed up of all this, I am going away. Therefore do what? Catch hold of another so called, you know, किसी को भी पकड़ लो, गुरु होना चाहिए, बस कोई पकड़ लो उसको, पल्ले पड़ जाओ. पंजाबी विच कहंदे ना, पल्ले पड़ जाओ ते उद्धार उद्धा प्रॉब्लम सानू की करते रहेंगे जो करना है. ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ अपनी ते छड़ दी ना, छड़ दो. बड़ी मुश्किल है. Now when you go there, इतना भी ऐसे इंसान जो छोड़ के निकला उसको, क्या वो संग अगर सच्चा मिला तो भी, even that संग, will that benefit? What will happen? धीरे धीरे your वृत्ति will overtake you, and जो छोड़ के आए हो वो यहां जीने लगोगे. So sannyas was not, that's why Vedanta was given to sannyasis. एक बार इंसान विविधिश संन्यास लेता था ना, फिर उसको वेदांत का श्रवणम शुरू कराते थे. other than whatever you get through Puranas and through Bhagavatam, Katha, उनमें जो कहानियां आती हैं, like नचिकेतस की कहानी, this बृहदारण्यक में याज्ञवल्क्य की, ये सब कहानियां सोसाइटी में फैला दी जाती है. सब गृहस्थियों में, सब घरों में ये सब कहानियां सुनी हुई होती है. From the beginning, the children are taught these stories, at least they were at that time, till we said Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. तब तक only these stories were handed down to the children. मतलब नाना नानी, दादा दादी ये कहानियां सुनाते थे अपने बच्चों को. That's all. That little time spent with grandparents meant learning these things. The grandparents taught you all these things. Through that, culturally it was but nobody would give you knowledge. आत्मविद्या नहीं दी जाती थी. आते थे वो सन्यास, वो ज्ञानी आपके घर आएंगे, भिक्षा लेंगे, आपसे प्रसाद लेंगे, सब कुछ लेंगे, आपको आशीर्वाद देके निकल जाएंगे. 2-4 अच्छी बातें कह देंगे, which will fit into your context of grahasti. You will feel very pure, you will feel very nice, but they will not enlighten you with what is Brahma Vidya. Why? Because unless until there is that preparation alone will make you sustain it. Brahma Vidya is not a speculation. I have no other words, so I repeat these words. Brahma Vidya is not imagination. Brahma Vidya is not an alternative life. Brahma Vidya is truth. And who can be given the truth? Who should be given the truth? किसको कहोगे आप? सच के जैसे किसको कहोगे आप?
One who is prepared.
One who wants to hear. One who is prepared to hear. And how do you know he is prepared to hear? He asks. He will ask. जो पूछेगा वो तैयार हो, कुछ तो उसको शक हो रहा है, इसलिए वो सोचना शुरू करता है. And this is how the Shastra brings a person, gives them their own nice time in life and janmas. There is no hurry. Janma janmantar bhi lag jata hai to bhi it makes no difference at all. Why? Because the process is, there is no alternative to it. There is no shortcut to it. There is no alternative to it. जब तक आप कर्म और कर्म के रन को और कर्म के फल को त्यागने की शक्ति नहीं रख सकते, तब तक आत्मज्ञान में निधि ध्यासन, श्रवण मनन तक फिर भी ठीक है, because it still will not impact your aham. You are the listener, you are the reflector. But when it comes to the stage of now adopting the knowledge, means मेरे हर जीव भाव को it has to be replaced. All that is giving me the source of my happiness and sorrow today, both together in the sense of a limited being, now the exercise of replacing that thought process starts. To them was given Vedantic knowledge in its entirety, कि जब तक तुम्हारा last thought of doubt भी हटता नहीं है, तब तक all Upanishads एक एक करके, Gita tak is still okay in the society. But then slowly came these portions, and therefore the point I'm making is just as simple as saying, Shastra ka ye portion, ye question Arjun ka, is important for us. If I'm highlighting the sannyasa part is because Shankara here is highlighting sannyasa part. But supposing you take the contrary of it, agar sannyas is qualifying only for nididhyasan stage to one who is fully prepared, to all of us, what is the corollary of this? Question here. If sannyas is only meant when you are prepared for it, for nididhyasan, when you can see कि त्याग में कुछ गेन है, अगर वो स्थिति का है जब 80% प्लस वाला इंटरेस्ट के लिए है, what is the corollary for us? This all I have said from what the book is saying so far. I'm not saying anything on my own. I'm giving the bhashyam. But now I'm asking us. If sannyas was not given an option to Arjun, what is the corollary for everyone?
Till then, use actions for preparation.
Simple. Abide in Karam Yoga. Karam Yoga also has no choice. But all of us, Karam Yoga itself is like, is there another way? और कोई तरीका है? Is it possible? Can we do something else? Should I just do prayers? Should I just do? I'll do fasts. I'll do. Do I have to give up that ego? Do I have to have prasad buddhi when I can see किसी को मुझे करना है, लेकिन उस time I have to control myself. And this is not ending here. Karam Yoga करने के लिए he has taken us before in the second chapter. You will have to have your sense control, shama, dama आदि सब करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि कर्म योग भी अपने आप से नहीं हो जाएगा. Who is ready to walk on a spiritual path? Or do you want Gita for material success? Do you want the Gita class, Gita knowledge, Gita, सब Gita, every third person Gita class. Gita, क्यों चाहिए Gita? Makes me secret. Plan of action. It will give me the attitude for right action. Once I have the right action, I will execute better. I will be more productive in life. I will be more energetic in life. I will be more peaceful in life. I will combine these two. And then if I'm a productive person, do you see the flaw of thinking at all? Do you see the flaw? Am I making it clear? What is the flaw? On one hand, you are saying, I want to use all this knowledge to become successful, prosperous, peaceful, something. So give me that principle of knowledge. No doubt it is applicable. I'm not denying that. It is not wrong. I'm not saying that it is wrong. No. But do you see the flaw? The flaw is evident. तुमको ये चाहिए अपने कर्ता को और बढ़ाने के लिए. You want to gain something using the laws of life. दुनिया से कुछ प्राप्त करने के लिए you want to utilize this knowledge, thinking that it will fulfill you. How is it different from just acquire any degree? Na, kam karo yaar. Go study. There are methods to do all that in the world. Go do that. And success is not dependent on all this anyway. Success is a lot of other anugrah comes along with it. But what is this meant for? See, that's why I said, who is really ready for a spiritual path? Hardly anybody wants it. What do we want? We want Gita, we want Bhagwan ka Ashirwad, we want unka anugraha, we want man mein shanti, we want this gyan so that I become a better person. And when I become a better person, then I'll hopefully handle my life better, and I will hopefully handle my relations better. I'm hopefully going to have a better life. That is all, yes, correct. That is why Krishna said, how many kinds of worshippers are there? Because I am bringing it only to this point because the question is so beautiful. I don't know if I am overseeing the importance of this question, thanks to the Bhashyam, or is it truly so important? Because unless and until one goes through this churning within oneself. What is the churning? That am I really asking for a spiritual life? If I'm asking for a spiritual life, then all the disciplines become a part of my life. They are not a knowledge of disciplines which makes me spiritual. Do you see the difference? Knowledge of discipline doesn't make me spiritual. Knowledge of discipline brings disciplines as a part of my life. They become a part of my life. What are those disciplines? Shama, Dhamma, Adi, Shataka, Sampatti. These are the only disciplines. Once you are angel, then what? Then Karam Yoga is the next discipline. Then what? Upasana Yoga is another discipline. As you are bringing these disciplines in life, can you imagine, just imagine if you have these disciplines in life for a period of time, just these disciplines, इससे बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. दो साल 3 साल, you just stay with the disciplines. Don't worry about knowledge part of it. वो मिल रहा है साथ साथ हो रहा है सब कुछ. You just stayed with those disciplines. What do you perceive will happen to your mind? Am I taking the class out of context? With all of you, sometimes I start feeling that I don't feel this anywhere else. What will happen then? What do you perceive will happen? Should I repeat the question? 2-3 साल अगर आप सोचो, instead of acquiring more knowledge, 2-3 साल आप सोचो that you are abiding, slowing down yourself to align with the disciplines you have knowledge of now. Slowing it down to bring the disciplines in your life, the knowledge which you already have of now. आप नहीं कह, आप ही सबने जवाब दिया है शमा दमा आदि. So you know about them. When you bring them in your life, so 2-3 साल बस, मैं ज़्यादा नहीं कह रही. 2-3 साल भी बहुत ज़्यादा कह रही हूँ, in the sense उससे पहले ही हो जाएगा काम. 2-3 साल अगर आप सिर्फ यही कर रहे हो, predominant, of course आप सुन रहे हो साथ to reinforce, you know, but forget ब्रह्म विद्या अभी for a time being कि ब्रह्मन क्या है, आत्मन क्या है, you know, थोड़ी देर के लिए उसको लास्ट चैप्टर में डाल दो बुक की कि आप शुरू के चैप्टर में हो. So let's go through this. Supposing some of you are, I'm not saying who is who where, please decide for yourselves. I'm just generalizing it. I'm not even saying to you, I'm just saying if it is so, what will happen in few years time? What do you perceive will happen to your mind? Will it be the same? इतना perceive कर सकते हो? क्या क्या होगा वो शायद नहीं perceive कर सकते, लेकिन will it remain the same? But do I want those disciplines? This is where we almost all of us in our study, जिस पेज से शुरू किए थे उसी पेज पे खत्म हो जाती है, चाहे कितने साल बीत जाए. जहां शुरू किया था वहीं पे खत्म हो गया है. बहुत साल बीत गया है, हमारा बहुत गुड टाइम बीत गया टुगेदर. We had a nice time. Just as a family grew together, हम भी सब बड़े साथी हो रहे हैं in a way. From our young days, and these kids were kids and they have also grown up. It's like a family growing together. But spiritual journey, the context here, and I'm going to start the Bhashyam now. The context here is of that choice. जो मुझे बहुत fascinating, till I had not done this Bhashyam, मुझे नहीं समझ में आया था. Like everybody else, I also have taught also in the first Moolam class when I took the first time, that Arjuna is again asking them. We have almost ridiculed his questioning again and again. This is the way Moolam we taught initially. Ridiculing it to say, why Arjuna phir pooch raha hai, he's not understood anything. Again he's asking the same question, should I act or should I take sannyasa? And we say it very oratically, with oratory also. Rhetorics डाल के हम अच्छे से कन्विंस कर दिया है लोगों को कि फिर से अर्जुन फिर से वही प्रश्न पूछ रहा है एंड भगवान फिर से जवाब दे रहे हैं उसको एंड वो क्या कह रहे हैं उसको वो फिर से कह रहे हैं दोनों आर मोक्ष के साधन बट फॉर यू ओ अर्जुन all of you would remember this answer because we have said it so many times and you must have heard it from so many of us. हमारी बिरादरी of teachers से all of us must have given this same thing to you. What is it? Arjun, but for you action is necessary, is what Krishna has said. This is the answer. But Karam Yoga is superior to both. A simple looking verse. If both of them are Nishreyasa Sadhakam, then how is Karam Yoga superior to the other? Any serious thinker, मूलम स्टडी में से जो सीरियस निकलता है वो भाष्यम में आता है क्योंकि उसको मूलम स्टडी में गैप्स दिखते हैं. There are missing points there. It's not answering everything. Therefore, the parampara is there of the teachers. That parampara of explanation, which bridges those gaps in the person's thinking, which Moolam left because Moolam verses are not giving those answers. You can interpret it after that. So there are many interpretations on Moolam. Another interpretation between the two, why this is. So one of the places I think I read is because Karam Yoga is easier. And you can't refute this argument. Between sannyas and karma, Karam Yoga is easier. Therefore, Krishna says to Arjuna, you stick to Karam Yoga because it is easier. Now, if I had not read Bhashyam, trust me, I would have also taught the same. I would have said the same. What I have heard is what I would say also. What would I say? Therefore, take to Karam Yoga because Karam Yoga is easier. And when you go through the Bhashyam, you realize Shankara ne to kahi nahi ki it is easy or difficult. Question of easy or difficult is not there for the one who wants what he wants. What does he want? He wants Brahma Vidya. Which is good for me. If you say both are Nishreyasa Karanam, then how does Karam Yoga become superior? That is what the answer is given, no? In the second verse of 5th chapter. And that is why this Bhashyam is taking it in its nuances, explaining it, and जिसका मन शांत होके सुन रहा होगा, you will really know the value of this Bhashyam. कुछ ऐसा पकड़ता है अंदर तुम्हारे ये बात कि but for this there is no wonder there are many seekers who start their life, but there is a rare one who concludes in the right way. Bhagavan says it in the Gita, no? 100 in every generation, thousands start approaching me, dhire, 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 but a rare one gets me. How does it become rare if the knowledge is so free? It becomes rare because these nuances we are not clarified at much earlier stage when choices are taken. Because Shastra Vidya is also given today as per what the audience wants. If I want more people in the class, then I have to obviously bring it down to something else, etc., etc. So what happened to this knowledge? Dhire, dhire, Shankara says in the Gita, it gets overwritten again and again. But what is the anugraha of this knowledge? Because it's anadi, it resurrects itself. In between, someone comes like that who resurrects the knowledge that lasts for a little time, for few generations, then again it gets unmanifest. Again some power of nature resurrects it. Again the knowledge becomes live. It's almost like, you like we go Facebook live. Suddenly 1 minute you're not there, and suddenly it is it's like gone live. It's like, to me, it is, this knowledge goes live. In society, the knowledge is live, which means it's tappable to its nuances. And ये जो बात है ना, अगर किसी serious, like supposing a teenager who is dedicating his life for knowledge, wants to know what is good for me, should I marry or should I take sannyas? A teenager takes 2-3 years to say sort out. That teenager, when he gets this portion to understand, spend your life with Karam Yoga, first of all, he's just a teenager. He's not done any discipline yet. And when you do Karam Yoga, then you start Shravanam also, and Shravanam should be from a proper teacher who is the path riddled with difficulty then? Shastra Vidya is one smooth rasta. Smooth. It's like a highway, royal way. It's like a royal way for your gati. So he said here, Arjuna's question, Shankara is very beautifully bringing the Purva Paksha, also saying you are right, and telling the validity of Arjuna's question with reference to all the future students of Gita. तब से अब तक जिन्होंने भी गीता पढ़ी है, we are not the first ones. So many, even now, so many people are studying the Gita. Everybody, for everyone's knowledge, this Sambandha Bhashyam, Shankara puts that extra effort was not called for. He puts in that extra effort to clarify the difference between karma, karam yoga, and when is a person ready for sannyas, and why this question in Arjuna's mind is important, because it can actually misguide your life if you don't get this clarity. It can misguide one person's life as waste of his lifetime. Do you see the importance of this sentence? अगर एक भी इंसान जो परस्यू जेन्युइनली करने निकला है, तो ये क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि मैं संन्यास लूं कि मैं गृहस्थ में जाऊं, मीन्स मैं कर्म योग करूं, अगर उसको ये क्लैरिटी नहीं हो रही कि व्हाट एम आई क्वालिफाइड फॉर, और उसका मन कर रहा है कि मैं संन्यास ले लूं बिकॉज इट्स इजी, एंड वो ले भी लेता है क्योंकि कोई उसको बता नहीं रहा है सच क्या है गलत क्या है, किसी को हार्डली पता होगा, तो वो ले लेता है. आफ्टर 10 years उसको रियलाइज होता है, wasted my life. I'm worse a person than I was before. I was better off before. And संन्यास लेने वालों को बहुत बुरा हाल होता है, इसलिए है because they leave their family, they leave their parents, they leave the basic obligation. And in those days, women were not allowed to take sannyas so easily. There are women who are jnanis, but they were not allowed to take sannyas easily. So it was invariably men who took sannyas, and they had responsibilities of home, and they quit them. उसको छोड़ के फिर आप कुछ निकले हो जिसके लिए आप तैयार नहीं हो. Is this not a spiritual fall? Something that can be avoided in a person's life. So this portion, once I do this, you will say, अरे इतना simple था ये तो. Hopefully you should say that इतना simple था, पता नहीं आपने इतना सब कुछ बोल दिया इसके लिए, you know. But शायद थोड़ा सा अभी you feel that value, if you can register the importance of the question, then this portion will become very simple. No verse is slighted. And so Arjuna's question here is not slighted. 5th chapter is one of the smallest chapters after 15th chapter. One of the smallest chapters of the Gita. And Bhashyam of this chapter, just this which is highlighting, is the sannyas referring to Vidvat sannyas or Vividisha sannyas? Which is better for me? And that is what the question is. So let us just start the verse, otherwise I will again next time also start with the same general. Let us start and then we can continue. Point 03. I'll just share the screen. See? Does someone want to follow or should I only do it?
I can follow Deepti ji.
Nobody wants?
Shruti?
Who's that?
Shruti? Shruti?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I will just take 10 minutes more so that we start the portion. Prativachana Vakyartha
Prativachana Vakyartha
Nirupanena api
Nirupanena api
Prashtu Abhiprayah
Prashtuh Abhiprayah
Evam Eva iti Gamyate
Evam Eva iti Gamyate
Katham
Katham
Sannyasa Karma Yogau
Sannyasa Karma Yogau
Nishreyasa Karau
Nishreyasa Karau
Tayostu Karma Yogo Vishishyate
Tayostu Karma Yogo Vishishyate
Iti Prativachanam.
Iti Prativachanam.
So you saw in 0.2 this paragraph that we have finished over here. You had seen the last sentence which says, since sannyas and karma yoga cannot be done together by one person at the same time, therefore, for Arjuna to ask the question, which one should I take which will be beneficial for my evolution? This question becomes possible to arise because before the portions have gone, it is not very clearly specified to whom was said that you should do. It was not clearly specified that sannyasa meant which stage of sannyasa. Who should be qualified for nididhyasanam? And for whom is sannyasa really advocated? Because an agyani who listens like Arjuna is listening, and as we've been saying yesterday and today, all of us, when we listen to all those practices, and for especially the susceptible human beings who would be listening to Gita sometimes because हताशा हो चुकी है जीवन में, थक चुके हैं या कुछ ऐसा कुछ भाव आ गया है, एक टेम्पररी स्टेज आ जाता है where the mind is not fresh that it should have been, tired of responsibility, feeling as if it has got nothing in life, but ऐसे कुछ भी जीवन में सबके कुछ ना कुछ मन में आ सकता है. ऐसा कोई इंसान अगर गीता पढ़ रहा है तो वो सोच सकता है कि भगवान कह रहा है, just as अर्जुन ने सोचा कि ज्ञान साधना सुपीरियर है, and such a person can make the wrong decision, can make a wrong decision of his life and say, okay, I will give up my responsibility and take sannyas. Therefore, Shankara is saying, for Arjun to clarify this point, and I am adding here, is showing the sign of Shishyatvam in Arjun, that extra quality that made Arjun Arjun and that made Krishna and Arjun special, or to Krishna why he gave Gita to Arjun. This is that special quality in Arjun which was not there in others at that point, that he did not understand and he took the courage to clarify. He did not understand clearly, but without losing that sense of reverence, he brought up the question to Krishna so that Krishna could address it, knowing fully well that it was right in the midst of the war. Any one of us would have thought, हम सबका time क्यों waste कर रहे हैं? You know, मेरे को क्या हो गया है? Why am I sitting like this? Why am I? What has happened? The question could have been something else entirely. But Arjuna is not asking all those questions. He did not ask Bhagwan, oh Bhagwan, मेरा ये हाल क्यों हो गया है? Can you imagine Krishna answering that question to Arjuna? If Arjuna is asked, instead of asking what should I do, which is better for me, if Arjuna had asked, why have I fallen like this? Why has my Gandiva fallen from my hands? Why am I perspiring? Hey Bhagwan, why is this happening to me? But what is the question he asks? He says, you have been telling me something for my good, but I am still not clear. I am not clear. Not that you have confused me. I have not got clear because it's to do with my life and you are there to tell me what is good for my life. I seem to be hearing. I seem to be interpreting the hearing to say that both are good. And I think I heard up till now you saying that jnana is superior to karma. And he gave us those verses, Shankara gave us those verses in the first paragraph, where it is said that jnana is superior to karma. Then why are you telling me to do karma? Why are you asking? What is that reason? Vishesh karan kya hai? You are telling me karma is what is superior for you. Karma is better for you. You do karma. What is that special reason? So he said this up to point 2, that Shankara is saying Arjun's question is a very good question, is something that most of us would not have checked back. Most of us would have stayed with it and thought भगवान कह ये रहे हैं लेकिन चलो ये कह रहे हैं तो यही कर लेते हैं करके. So something, but that doesn't bring knowledge. So he says here the answer he started. Prativachana vakyartha nirupanena. Nirupanena is analysis, means of whatever has been said before. Prativachana means the answer that is going to come here. Verse 2 of the 5th chapter. Prativachana is the answer. उसका जो अर्थ का analysis है, explanation hai. Elaboration is the word. Nirupanena means you explain and elaborate that answer that Bhagwan has given in the second verse. Api, with that answer also, prashtuhu abhiprayah. You get the intention, abhipray, of पूछने वाला, prashtuhu, जिसने पूछा है. उसका आपको intention दिख जाता है by the जवाब that he has received. So what you have what is the question that was asked? The answer will be in response to that question only. So what has been asked, Arjun's intention can become clearer by Bhagwan's answer that he has given. Evam iti gamyate. We can arrive at the analysis of this answer, an understanding of what Arjuna has asked, really speaking. Katham, how?
Sorry, I can't share this. We can't see the screen. Bhashyam is not coming on the screen.
Is it? Or nobody? Can you see?
Not coming.
Yes, Diptiji, it is not visible.
Not visible.
Visible.
Okay, I'll redo this. Thank you, Rinaji. Now?
No.
No?
Yes, it's come. It's come. It's come now.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Diptiji.
what was I saying? So Katham, how is it that this analysis of the answer will help us understand that Arjuna's question was proper, was a very good question, in other words. Then Shankara is just repeating the verse, Sannyasa Karma Yoga. This is the verse that says, Iti Prativachanam. This is the answer that has been given. Etat Nirupyam.
Etat nirupyam.
Sorry, Etat Nirupyam.
Etat nirupyam.
Can you see? This is third line over here. Is the bhashyam that we are doing. Kim anena Atmavit Kartrikayoho Sannyasa Karma Yogayoho Nishreyasa Karatvam
Nishreyaskaratvam
Prayojanam Uktva Tayoreva Kutaschit
Visheshat
Karma Sannyasat Karma Yogas
Karma Yogasya
Vishishtatvam Uchyate Etat Nirupyam. This has been explained now. He's expanding the clarification why the question is proper. Kim anena means through that answer, Atmavit Kartrikayoho Sannyasa Karma Yogayoho Atmavit Kartrikayoho Sannyasa. Atmavit means the knower of Atma. Kartrikayoho Sannyas means after having become the knower of Atma, sannyas has been taken. Which sannyas is this now?
Vidvat.
Vidvat. Correct. So after Atmavit Kartrikayoho Sannyas, having known the Atma, श्रवण मनन करने के बाद जो संन्यास लिया है, जिसने किया है संन्यास मीन्स लिया है संन्यास, कर्म योग योहो and karma. Yoho means those two, referring to both of them, Karam Yog and Atmavit ka sannyas, which means Vidvat sannyas. Karma yogasya vishishtatvam uchyate. I'm sorry. Nishreyasa karatvam prayojanam uktva. The answer is saying that they both are nishreyas ka prayojan kaha gaya hai. Uktva, having said, it's said that Atmavit sannyas, Vidvat sannyas and Karam Yog, both of them, Nishreyasa karatvam, they will bring, karan banega, karatvam, karan, of Nishreyasa. Uska prayojan, uska karan Nishreyas, prayojan is Nishreyas, which means moksha. Uktva, has been said. Having said that, tayoho eva, between those two, Vidvat Sannyas and Karma Yoga, between these two, kutaschit, kisi karanvash. There is kutaschit. Here is kutaschit. Tayoho eva kutaschit, kisi karanvash, for some reason, visheshat, special reason. What is that special reason? For which special reason karma sannyasat karma yogasya vishishtatvam uchyate? I'm sure some of you have understood this. For which special reason has it been said that from karma sannyas, karma yoga is vishishta, is special, is better, is higher, is superior? Which special reason is there to say that when both of them are nishreyasa karana bhutam, for both being causes of nishreyas and moksha, then what is that special reason for which karam yoga is said to be better? Uchyate, ऐसा क्या है? I'll stop here because this much is okay. Let's just complete this also. Next line. Aho svet
Ahosvet
anatmavit kartrikayoho
anatmavit kratrikayoho
sannyasa karma yogayoho
sannyasa karma yogayoho
tat ubhayam uchyate
tat ubhayam uchyate
iti.
iti.
Shankaracharya is analyzing the question. So part A he has finished. For Vidvat Sannyas and Karam Yoga, for which reason is karma said to be better in the verse? Ahosya, or anatma with katrikayoho. Whose mic is on, whose name starts with K? Since my screen share is on, I can't see all of you. Someone's mic is on. Whose name starts with
It's Kiran is, I think.
Could be me.
Kiran?
Sorry,
No
could be.
No problem. Yeah.
Is it okay?
No, it's still on.
1 minute. I'm just got little confused. I don't know.
I know.
Gone?
It's okay. Take your time. We'll just continue the class. No, it's still on. Ahosvit anatmavit kartrikayoho sannyasa karma yogayoho tat ubhayam uchyate. Or, see, the first word was atmavit. Now he's saying, or has this been said too? Anatmavit kartrikayoho. Would mean who doesn't have atmagya. Who doesn't have atmagya? One who has jiva buddhi, ignorant person. Agnyaha. So anatmagnyaha is what Shankara has always used the word. Atmagnyaha, anatmagnyaha. So anatmavit means anatmagnyaha, means knower of, actually anatma means ignorance is what he understands as correct. The life of ignorance में जो reality दिखती है, that according to him is knowledge. Anatmavit kartrikayoho. Is it said to anatmavit? Sannyasa karma yogayoho tat ubhayam uchyate. So is the verse answering to atmavit or to anatmavit? This is the first part of the question. The whole of paragraph is actually somewhere summarizing still the question. the answer is still not starting in the actual form. Shankara is building all this from where I have been taking 2 classes yesterday and today. So what is that question? Is this verse, is this answer being given to addressing to the knower of Atma or to the ignorant person? In other words, is it given to Vidvat Sannyasa or to Vividisha Sannyasa? The option जिस पे खुला है and कर्म योग का option जिस पे खुला है, क्योंकि अज्ञानी के लिए दोनों खुले हैं. He can take Vividisha Sannyasa and skip Grahastha, or he can take Grahastha and do his Shravanam Mananam in Grahastha. So this is the questions. Kincha is again Purva Paksha, but more of repeating the same question. How does it matter? He's just repeating the same thing to say, how does it matter whether it is said to this or to that? The portion was very clear. There should be no confusion that for an Atma Jnani, he should do Nididhyasan and Jnana Sadhana. For a Jnani, he should do Karma Yoga. So the Purva Paksha is going to repeat his point and almost repeat the same thing. But we'll see it in the next class. If anybody has a question, we can address it. Otherwise, we will get that.
Yes, Neeti, you just said who is he addressing it to, Atmavid or Anatmavid, right? And then you said in other words, you also said with Vividisha, the choice. What was just that bit I missed?
In other words, choice Anatmavid is referring to Vividisha Sannyasi or Karam Yogi, because both choices are open to Anatmavid. Jnani can take either of the rasta, but a Jnani cannot take Karma Yoga. So the answer is going to be spoken of in the next paragraph. Why Arjuna got confused. All right, thank you. We'll just continue the class to everyone. Purnamada Purnamedam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purname Vavashishyate. Om Shanti.
Hariom Deepti ji. Hariom Deepti ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti ji. Thank you.
Hariom Deepti ji. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti ji.
So fine.
Thank you,
Stay
Deepti ji.
healthy. Stay safe.
Hariom Deepti.
Thank you.
Hariom Deepti ji.